everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am Lolise, and today we are going to talk about internet BS. We are continuing on Illuminati's journey of BS. It is a doozy. I made a joke in my last video about maybe having to make a playlist for Illuminati videos, kind of like how I did for Creepshow art, and apparently now that is like really becoming the case. I guess I don't know why I'm surprised. And happy Pride Month, everybody! Now, in the description box for actually all of my videos, I always have the Trevor Project link, so this video will be no different. So if you are able to actually help somebody in need, or if you are somebody who needs help, click the link down below. And yeah, happy Pride Month, everybody. And if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I post. And please don't go and spread any hate, negativity, nothing like that to any of the people we talk about in this video. These are just my thoughts and opinions based on what I'm seeing play out on the internet. So if you have something to say about what we were talking about, just shoot it down in the comments below. That's what they are there for. This is a lot. So another video has come out addressing somebody's role in sad milk, and that is one topic or one topic at a time. So we are going to talk about that video. But first, I want to touch base on something that was just posted today, and that was from Oz Media, somebody who stuck by Blair the longest, even up to like earlier this year. They were still trying to like be a friend to what seems to be a very toxic person of Illuminati, Blair. Now, I will be using Blair and Illuminati interchangeably because sometimes it's just a lot to say. But yes, Oz made a tweet today that apparently Blair has sent him a C&D. He tweeted this: "So Illuminati has officially sent me a cease and desist. Best part is she cites parts of videos which I had no part in and demands I make a public apology." And then he goes on to say, "I haven't even made a video yet," and has like a gif of a man laughing. Apparently Blair is taking a very preemptive strike against Oz. It would appear because she's probably afraid of what Oz might have to say, because Oz has been the closest to her for the longest and was the only person that really stood by her when all this whole sad milk situation with Click, Wonder, and One Topic and others really went down. So probably knows more dirt than others, and that is probably why Blair is doing this preemptive strike. But sending legal threats over parts of videos that he had no part in? Now, I obviously do not know if these cease and desists going out are actually, you know, Blair's idea, or if Blair is being misguided from a very misguided attorney. I'm being kind here, I guess. But I'm not sure that Blair really has a leg to stand on, specifically, well, with this, because Oz hasn't even really made a video. They have been in a video, but in the cease and desist, it's not even citing the parts that Oz was part of. And it's interesting when you like really think about it, because she's really just sending cease and desist to people who are, you know, talking about their experience with her and how it was negative. And really, she's the one that kind of forced their hand in making these videos, because she herself made a video framing situations in certain ways. So they made videos with receipts and everything to clarify and give context to situations that she was spreading misinformation about. So this is really all her doing, and it didn't have to happen. Now, a couple days ago, One Topic at a Time, or I'm gonna call him One Topic, or OG, probably just call him One Topic. I don't know. We'll see how the video goes. They made a video, and it was called "We Need to Talk About Sad Milk and Illuminati." And this video was 26 minutes long. It was kind of nice that it wasn't like a super long video. He does say in the beginning, this isn't gonna be like a heavy receipts video. He's not gonna be diving like hardcore into a lot of the things that like Wonder and Click did in their video, because to be honest, a lot of the stuff that they dove into, they portrayed accurately in his eyes. And I mean, if two people are telling the same story and then the third is, you know, agreeing with it, I would assume that's more closer to the truth of how things are framed. So it's not going to be a heavy receipts video. Two other things I just off the top of this video before we like dive in. Another person with a great voice, and he and Click do videos together. I'm sure those are very relaxing videos to listen to, but they seem to like riff off each other a lot, so they probably are cracking up. Not something that you could like relax to, because they probably get loud and are like yelling and stuff. The other thing is he sticks googly eyes on his mic like randomly throughout this video. I found it both distracting but enjoyable. It was funny to see where he would stick another eyeball, and then it got to a point where I was just mad that he wasn't putting the eye in the little spot inside the circle. I really wanted to stick it right in there. I needed to fill out the space. But, you know, it did also make it distracting because sometimes I would focus more on that. I'm like, crap, I don't even know what he just said. I've been looking at these googly eyes. But it did add some like lightheartedness to the video, so I appreciated it. So yes, this is not a receipts heavy video, but he felt like he needed to clarify things that he was directly involved with, especially because he feels like a lot of them were framed incorrectly and some of the situations, flat out lies were said about them, or like words were put in his mouth, especially stuff relating to what happened with the clique and Discord. He's avoided talking about the situation for a while because he just wanted to move on. He wanted it to be as smooth a transition as possible, and he was honestly very tired of getting bullied online, and he just didn't want to give the bully attention. You know, it's like you don't feed the trolls. He didn't want to show his vulnerableness of being affected by this, so he just chose to ignore it, which I can understand. I wonder what his sign is. It sounds like something a Virgo would do. So he breaks this video up into little sections. The first one is about sad milk. It was very positive at first, but then it slowly over time became a more toxic like environment for him. He starts this section off with also saying iilluminaughtii should remove her video because it is full of a lot of misinformation about what happened with sad milk and how things were handled and how everything went down. She completely twisted things and sprinkled a little bit of truth in certain areas, but overall it was very misinformed. And the fact that she spent a lot of the video pretty much downplaying everybody else's effort in sad milk when it was a friendly collaborative effort, and everybody put a lot of time and energy into it to the point where even he himself, Click, probably others, were neglecting their own content creation with podcasts and their channels and streaming for sad milk. He also says the whole payment thing was like kind of confusing to him, which same, I didn't really understand everything that was going on, but one topic says Click and Wonder's video cover these topics very well, and he supports and agrees with what they were saying in those videos because that is what he deemed to be accurate in the time as well. And anytime there was maybe like potential financial hardship with somebody in sad milk, they were all friends, so they would come together in some way to help figure out how can we make sure that this person is financially able to still take part in this collaborative effort with us, that they even like banded together to figure out a way to like pool money or whatever to get somebody's YouTube play button. And that was because they were not just co-workers, they were actually friends. But overall, the painting of the whole financial aspect being a huge part of why sad milk like split up. One topic says that that wasn't really the case at all. It was such a minute point. I feel like he's a little confused because it wasn't like a big thing for him. There was then a group call, of course, about that whole situation with Click's Discord and the banning of a person. I feel like we've already gone over this. One topic says he feels very uncomfortable with how Blair iilluminaughtii portrayed his involvement with the conversation with Click and how everything went down. And it sounds like he's more in line with what Click said. Before the call, he actually had a one-on-one call with Blair where Blair would ask him if he thought that the clique would support this kind of stuff. One topic said, no, I don't think he would support this, and we should be having this conversation with him. He also said he felt like it was weird that they weren't having the conversation with him, that they were having this conversation pretty much behind his back. I could tell it made him feel uncomfortable that the two of them were having a conversation about somebody who's a close friend to him like this behind his back without getting any sort of information from him. So then they had the group call with Click, and it was confirmed that everything was taken care of. You know, Click was asleep, so that's why he personally didn't respond to it right away, but his moderators took all the steps that needed to happen and the person was banned, and that was that. One topic said he felt like he was more of like an emotional support for this call, like he really wasn't there to, I don't know, confront Click, which it seems like that's what Blair was trying to do, to try to like turn one topic against Click. That's kind of what it feels like, to be honest, especially later when he talks about some of the Reddit posts and stuff. She had a plan and was trying to execute it. Anyway, he said he was more like emotional support. He was just listening. The call was going on a lot longer than he anticipated though, and he did have a stream scheduled, and he was running late for it. His moderators were asking where he was, are you gonna get on? And he even got his game started up so he could just click out of the call and go right to it, and So that Discord actually gave it away. He's playing the flight simulator. And he does confirm that he did not want to see the screenshots of this that Illuminati had provided. He said, I don't need to see them and I don't want to see them. It's already taken care of. It doesn't matter. But Illuminati was very insistent and said it was very important that he read these to get all the context of everything. So she still sent them. To appease her because she was so forceful about it, he did open it, saw the first message, was like, nope, I don't need to see any more of this, and then reiterated again, I saw one message, I don't need to see any more of this, and he doesn't want to have like access to this on his computer. And that it was when he left the call. So once again, confirming what Click's version of the story is versus what Blair's story of this call was. He said at the time that the call did feel very weird, and it's even weirder now that she is actually trying to frame this call as some sort of like negative thing, like something really, it was a negative experience, when he thought that the call ended in a pretty positive way and that they were all still friends. In fact, he even messaged Click right away afterwards and they were chatting up and, clearing the air and making sure everything was good between them. He also expresses like confusion of like whose mods were whose. It doesn't matter if they were like a mod for Sad Milk or for Illuminati, they're also a mod for Click. So does it really matter who was the one that did it as long as they were a mod for Click? Yeah, he's very confused and so am I. Blair talked about this final meeting that they all called and demanded that she be there, even though she said she was not like mentally ready for this call, but they all demanded that it had to happen then, it had to be in that time. And one topic says like Click suggested the call, the meeting for sure, but he and Click had also decided to like schedule some time off from working on Sad Milk because their own content creation was kind of falling to the back burner and it was becoming a little toxic. They needed to put some space between it just to like breathe. And this meeting was actually scheduled during their time off. So the idea that either he or Click like demanded that they come into this meeting when they didn't even schedule it is false. He doesn't really want to go into the full meeting call and what went down, and he also said he really wasn't there for the full meeting either. But through Wonder, Click, and other people who were present from the call, he knows what happened. They all had the exact same story, but he knows that what they are saying about the call after he left is accurate. And this meeting made it clear to him that Sad Milk was pretty toxic, both for himself and for other people involved, specifically Blair, obviously. And he and Click both announced in a private Discord server, I'm assuming just for the creators of Sad Milk, and maybe the mods too, that they were going to be leaving Sad Milk to focus more on their own endeavors, and they wished everyone in Sad Milk the best. One Topic and Click both read their messages, and they are fine, nice resignation letters. There is no negativity, there is no like ill will coming across from this, and they were both very reflective and positive. Like I said, wishing everybody that they worked with and Sad Milk the best, because they're still friends. They thought they would still be friends. And One Topic and Click are still friends today. They stream together. They seem to have a good time. But One Topic and Click wanted them leaving to be very like smooth, not like dramatic or rocking the boat or anything. They didn't want it to be like heavily plastered all over the place. They just wanted to move on and start doing their own thing. But after this group call, One Topic has not spoken to Illuminati Blair since 2020. Then Blair began to spread her narrative on Reddit from her page, trying to essentially like turn people against them. Anybody that she would consider like detractors. Pretty much for no reason other than just to be vindictive. He expresses his anger over Blair, sharing details of Wonder's mental health and focusing so heavily on it on a video when they were all very vulnerable in those group chats and expressing their mental health. And to think that somebody would go and weaponize it is pretty disturbing. Then he addresses the troll accounts that have been linked to Blair and said when it started posting, he urged other people like behind the scenes, like, look, just don't jump to conclusions, even though it obviously was Blair based on things that were being said, the way things were being phrased, information that was being shared. He does not actually dive too much into like all the details of the troll accounts, but the harassment that Click was receiving was relentless. And looking at these Reddit posts, some of the things that they would say about One Topic and Click's relationship as friends definitely looked like they were trying to put a wedge between them, which that's what it seems like to me. I almost feel like this was more of a targeted attack on Click, like Blair is very threatened by him for some reason. One Topic chose his side, so she had to work to take him down as well, but she would have happily kept him as part of her army cult thing. But it is a good thing that her plan didn't work in that respect. Later, One Topic said he found out from a trusted member in his community that information about other previous members was being shared. Now, this information was stuff from real life, stuff that maybe was shared in a one-on-one conversation, or stuff that apparently was not online at all. That would lead me to believe it would be things like personal phone numbers, addresses, family members' names, like locations of day jobs where they go to school. And then a lot of this information was also mixed in with lies, so it can become very damning. And to One Topic, it was very clear that this was from Illuminati. So because of all this, One Topic says he has told his family not to engage with any of his content anymore, mostly out of fear that they will garner some sort of targeted harassment as well, just by association. This has also made him kind of like rethink people that he engages with, because also there is the potential of thinking about what kind of impact this would have on them if they did a collab. It has made him very cautious, even more so. I mean, you should be cautious as a content creator on the internet, but it seems like it's made him even more overly cautious. He's ending this as saying he's having a really hard time accepting that somebody that he viewed as a friend could do this. He's not convinced she didn't really want to hurt them, like actually hurt them in real life in some way. And I mean, to think about the fact that Wonder was having very serious mental health concerns and was in a mental health crisis at one point, and she of course is releasing personal private information related to this stuff, that is not going to have anything but a negative, extremely negative impact, and it could have potentially made him spiral into something that deep and dark again, like so easily. Then he addresses Blair directly and tells her that everything she's doing is so unacceptable. She's acting like there's some sort of war going on and that she's trying to recruit soldiers. It's like I said, she just saw One Topic as somebody that she needed to get on her side. That would have been such a low blow to Click, that somebody that was so close to him would side with her over him, and that would be something that she would probably relish in the control and power of it. And he straight up calls her a liar. He says, you lied about so much, and once again says that she needs to take her video off because it's just full of lies and horrible things. And once again, he says he's convinced that she wanted to hurt people. She wanted to hurt them, not just online, but offline as well. And it seems like she had some sort of plan, and they were the scapegoats of this plan. Now, he does look back at the start of this fondly and has a lot of great memories, including memories with Blair. But it's apparent he doesn't know Blair like he thought he did at all. And he wishes that things could have ended differently. But, he hopes that she has some sort of like support system around, or like, I think Blair needs some serious help, and not from a lawyer. The lawyer helping her with sending cease and desist, that's not the kind of help I'm talking about. He has like a little section of common questions, which are about like content and fundraiser and monetization of the video. And one says, is he going to take illegal action? He says when all this stuff happened, he did talk to a lawyer, but he did not decide to pursue anything, and he probably wouldn't unless he's pushed to, which could happen. He ends with a fun little clip of a video he took on his phone when he was with One Topic and somebody else, I don't know, I can't remember who it was. They were playing in the snow. I said he was with One Topic, he was with Wonder. Wonder didn't have any shoes on in the snow in Colorado. That's how you get like frostbite, dude. Huh? And then he ends the video with saying, stay tuned to see if I get sued. I would not be surprised if he already had a cease and desist like on the way to be served. So yeah, it was just a little update into what is going on in the world of Illuminati. And now as I was sitting down to film this, I did see that Love Swoop actually has a 2-hour video out, and apparently she did an interview with Blair's ex in this. After I get this edited and posted, I am actually gonna go watch that, and then I'll probably do a brief synopsis of what he says in this interview, because oh my god, that's crazy. This is all just like the craziest repeat of Creepshow. Were they friends? Did they like know each other? Did they talk? I wonder. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you have not already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Laters. Bye.